Okay, wait, before you scroll past this one, I need you to know something. Today's episode is about idioms, and it includes the moment Tom nearly ruined Sunday dinner with my entire family.
Do we have to open with that every time?
Yes, every time. Welcome back to Daily English Talk. By the way, the channel where you learn real English through stories that actually happen to us.
Unfortunately, very real stories.
If this is your first time watching, stick around because this episode alone will teach you 6 idioms that native speakers use constantly, and you'll also get to watch Tom explain in real time how he confused a funeral with a chore chart.
It made sense in the moment.
It really did not.
Anyway, subscribe if you're new. We post a new episode every single day, and today's one is honestly one of the more embarrassing ones for me personally.
Which is exactly why you should stay for this one.
Great. Let's just get into it.
Okay, before we get into today's topic, I need to ask you all something. Last month, Tom met my grandmother for the first time.
Please don't.
And during dinner, he used an idiom, the wrong one, at the wrong moment in front of my entire family.
It wasn't that bad.
Tom, her fork stopped moving. Her fork, Emily.
Oh, no.
So here's my question for you. My grandmother is 82 years old, very traditional, very sweet. What do you think her face looked like when Tom said what he said? Drop your guess in the comments. We're getting into the full story right now.
Okay, set the scene for everyone. Where were we?
So, it's Sunday dinner, your mom made that chicken thing, your dad is asking me about my job, very normal questions, and I'm nervous because it's the first time I'm meeting your grandmother.
You were doing fine, by the way.
I was doing fine until your grandmother mentioned her neighbor, the old man who used to live next door.
Oh, Mr. Patterson. He passed away in March.
Right. And she says very calmly, yes, poor Mr. Patterson kicked the bucket last spring.
Which is completely normal for her to say. It's just an idiom. It means someone died.
I know that now.
But you didn't know it then?
I had heard it before. I just panicked. Everyone got quiet for a second because it's a sad topic, and I thought I needed to say something comforting.
Oh no. Tom, what did you say?
I said, well, at least he went out doing what he loved.
You did not.
I thought kicked the bucket meant something like he lived his life fully, or he was active until the end, like an actual bucket, like he was kicking a literal bucket, doing chores, being productive.
Tom.
It made sense in my head.
My grandmother looked at you like you had 2 heads.
She put her fork down very slowly, and she just stared at me.
And then what did she say?
I'm not telling that part.
What? Why not?
Because it's between me and your grandmother. Some things stay in the family.
Okay, fair enough. But see, this is exactly why we're doing today's episode. Idioms are everywhere in English, and if you take them literally, you end up like Tom, comforting a grieving woman about chores.
Can we please move on?
Yes, let's actually teach people the right way to use these things so nobody else ends up in my family group chat as a cautionary tale. So here's the thing about idioms that trips people up. An idiom is a fixed expression. That means the words together create a meaning that has nothing to do with the individual words.
Right, like kick the bucket has nothing to do with buckets or kicking.
Exactly. The meaning is attached to the whole phrase, not the parts.
But some parts of an idiom can still change, right? Like the verb tense?
Good question. Yes. You can say he kicked the bucket, she's going to kick the bucket, they kick the bucket. The verb changes with tense like normal, but the rest of the phrase stays exactly the same. You can't say he kicked the box or she kicked the pail. It has to be that exact combination of words.
So idioms are flexible in tense, but frozen in wording.
That's a great way to put it, actually.
Thank you. I have my moments.
Also, context matters a lot. The same words can mean different things depending on the situation. If someone actually kicks a real bucket with their foot, that's literal. If they say, Grandpa kicked the bucket, that's idiomatic. English speakers rely completely on context to know which one you mean.
Which is exactly the context I got wrong.
Which is exactly the context you got wrong.
Okay, let's go through some idioms that trip up even advanced learners. And Tom, since you're already embarrassed, want to share a few more of your disasters?
Sure, why not humiliate myself twice in one episode?
First one, bite the bullet. It means to force yourself to do something difficult or unpleasant, especially after avoiding it for a while.
I actually used this one correctly once. Small win.
Do tell.
So I had this dentist appointment I kept canceling for like 6 months. My tooth was clearly getting worse, but I was terrified of the drill. Finally, my sister said, Tom, just bite the bullet and go. And I did. Turns out I needed a root canal, and if I'd waited any longer, it would have been much worse.
See, that's exactly right. You avoided something uncomfortable, then finally forced yourself through it.
I felt very fluent that day.
One correct idiom out of how many attempts?
Let's not do math right now.
Next one, beat around the bush. This means to avoid saying what you actually mean, usually because it's uncomfortable or awkward.
Oh, I know this one. My old roommate did this constantly.
How so?
He wanted to ask me to move out because his girlfriend was moving in. But instead of just saying that, he spent like 20 minutes talking about changes in life and new chapters and maybe exploring different living situations.
He was beating around the bush.
Massively. I finally said, "Do you want me to move out?" And he just went, "Yes, thank God, finally."
So the direct question broke the spell?
Sometimes you just have to stop dancing around it.
Okay, this one's mine, actually. Spill the beans means to reveal a secret, usually accidentally or too early.
Oh, I remember this story.
We were planning a surprise party for my sister's engagement. Huge secret, only like 6 people knew.
And
I was on the phone with her and I got distracted and I said, yeah, I'll see you at the party on Saturday, completely forgetting she wasn't supposed to know there was a party.
you spilled the beans.
I spilled every single bean.
So you're not exactly in a position to judge my Grandma Patterson situation.
That's different. Mine was an accident of distraction. Yours was a fundamental misunderstanding of death.
Fair. That's fair.
Next idiom, cost an arm and a leg, means something is extremely expensive.
This one I understood immediately because my landlord uses it constantly. Every time rent goes up, he says, I know it costs an arm and a leg, but the market is what it is.
Does that make you feel better about the price?
No, it does not. But now I understand the sentence, which is something.
Small victories. Next idiom, hit the nail on the head. This one means to describe something exactly right, to be completely accurate about something.
I actually used this with my manager last week. She was explaining why our project was behind schedule, and I said, you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly the problem.
Look at you, using idioms professionally.
I'm learning, slowly, painfully, but learning.
We'll get there, one funeral disaster at a time.
Please stop bringing that up.
Last one for today. Back to the drawing board means to start over because your original plan failed.
I know this feeling intimately. I tried to build a bookshelf from a kit last year, followed the instructions exactly, and it collapsed within an hour.
What did you do?
I looked at the pile of wood on my floor and said out loud to nobody, okay, back to the drawing board. Then I just bought a bookshelf from the store like a normal person.
Sometimes the drawing board tells you to give up entirely.
Some lessons you learn the hard way.
Okay, let's slow down for a second and go through everything we covered today, because there's a lot packed into this one.
Please, I need the recap. My brain is still stuck on your grandmother's face.
Focus. First idiom, bite the bullet,
That means forcing yourself to do something difficult or unpleasant, especially something you've been avoiding for a while, like Tom and his dentist appointment.
6 months of avoidance gone in one root canal.
Second one, beat around the bush. That's when someone avoids saying what they really mean, usually because the topic feels awkward or uncomfortable, like Tom's old roommate and his 20-minute speech about new chapters.
Just say you want me out of the apartment, man.
Nodding. Third, spill the beans. That means revealing a secret, often by accident. And yes, that one was on me.
Teasing the engagement party that wasn't a surprise anymore.
We don't need to relive it.
Grinning. Fourth idiom, cost an arm and a leg. Something extremely expensive, also known as my monthly rent.
Also known as basically every apartment in this city.
Nodding. Fifth, hit the nail on the head. That's when you describe something exactly right, completely accurately, which I now use at work, professionally, like a functioning adult.
Impressed. Growth. I'm proud of you.
Proud. Thank you. And sixth, back to the drawing board, starting over because your original plan completely failed, like my bookshelf. Rest in peace to that bookshelf.
It never stood a chance.
Sighing, neither did I, honestly.
But here's the real lesson underneath all of this. Idioms are not about the individual words. They're fixed expressions, and if you try to understand them literally, word by word, you're going to misunderstand them completely. Sometimes in embarrassing ways.
Sometimes at Sunday dinner in front of someone's entire extended family.
Sometimes exactly like that.
The best way to actually learn these is context. Hear them in real conversations. Notice how native speakers use them, and slowly they start to feel natural instead of confusing.
Exactly. Nobody memorizes idioms from a list and instantly gets them right. It takes exposure, mistakes, and honestly, a little bit of humiliation along the way.
Speak for yourself. I've provided enough humiliation for the both of us today.
You really have. Okay, now it's your turn. We want to hear from you in the comments.
Have you ever used an idiom completely wrong in a real situation? Not just in class, not in an exercise, but out loud in front of actual people.
Because, trust me, you are not alone if you have. Half the comments on our videos are people confessing their own idiom disasters.
Tell us what idiom it was, what you said, and how people reacted. The more embarrassing, the better. We genuinely love reading these.
And if you've never made a mistake like this, congratulations. You're either very careful or you haven't spoken enough English yet. Either way, no judgment.
Also, don't forget about my grandmother situation. Somebody has to guess close to what she actually said.
People have been guessing all episode, and nobody's gotten it exactly right yet.
And nobody will, but keep trying. It's entertaining for us.
Drop your guesses, drop your idiom disasters, and while you're at it, tell us which of today's 6 idioms you think you'll actually use this week.
Mine's back to the drawing board. I have a feeling I'll need it again soon, probably for whatever furniture I try to build next.
We'll be watching for that update. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. We covered 6 really useful idioms. We heard entirely too much about Tom's personal disasters, and hopefully you walked away with something you can actually use in real conversations.
Learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make your own version at somebody's family dinner.
Encouraging. If this episode helped you, do us a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more learners find these videos.
And if you're new here, welcome, subscribe, because we post a brand new episode every single day. New idioms, new vocabulary, new stories, and apparently an endless supply of my embarrassing moments.
There is truly no shortage of those.
There really isn't.
We'll see you tomorrow for another episode. Keep practicing, keep making mistakes, because that's genuinely how you improve.
And maybe, just maybe, I'll finally learn what my girlfriend's grandmother said to me that day.
Doubtful, but we can dream.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.